All right, check, check, check. I'm sitting here with a good friend. He's a husband, he's a brother, he's a dad, he's a business owner, he's a ripping surfer, probably a couple other things I'm going to leave out right now. But he's a good friend of mine, Dave Pearson. We're sitting here at his beautiful surf camp here in Nicaragua, and we're just going to get to know the surf camp a little bit better, along with Dave as well. Um, First off, welcome, Dave.
Thank you, Bennett.
Yeah.
Nice to be here. Thanks for coming and taking time to do this and your other live feeds you've been doing. They're great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up a 2 week vacation here. It's been awesome. I brought my wife, and waves have been great. And of course, 5-star living here at Playground Surf Camp. I guess for a start, how long has Playground Surf Camp been in business? Where is it located? And how much land is the camp set on?
Well, we're on about 2 acres. We've been here since 2010, actually running since 2011. Moved here in 2010 and built for a year. Since then, we've grown tremendously, doing really good. Surfers are enjoying it, getting great return clients. We're in the middle of a wildlife refuge in Chacosente,
Chacosente.
Veracruz de Cayo, or playgrounds.
Say that again in Spanish. What is it called again?
Veracruz de Cayo.
Cool.
It's the river and the beach, de
Okay.
Cayo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a special place.
Yeah.
Really nice out here.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, like you said, it's just on the corner of a refuge. How much land kind of like is the camp set on right here? It's hard to tell from all the trees and everything, but
It,
what are we sitting on? And you know?
it's about 2 acres. They call it a manzana.
Okay.
It's I think it's like 1.8 acres.
Okay.
We use up about half of it, I would say.
Okay.
Try to keep it pretty condensed. It's a
Hmm.
lot of taking care of.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable setup here. Dave is completely off the grid. Solar, batteries, a well. Um, he hires the locals here doing everything from housekeeping to surf guiding to the cooking and the shopping and pickups to and from the airport. It's just a pretty much a first class run business out here, and it's unbelievable. How many? What do you think? How many? If you had to take a wild guess, how many? You've been started since 2011, 2012. How many? How many customers do you think that you've had here over the years at Playgrounds?
I'd say we've grown quite a bit. In 2012, we could hold four. We had 2 bedrooms, 2 beds in each. The whole family lived here. There was about 5 of us, screaming kids and all. And from there, I'd say we did that for 2 years. The third year, we built this upstairs area where we're sitting right now,
Hmm.
and added 2 other rooms. We had a double and a single. We filled that up really quick, and then since then we've just been building 1, 2 rooms a year. Now we can hold 10 people and comfortably,
Yep.
and we're filling up quick, so it's working out. Everything seems to be doing good.
And then, what is your open season for booking for clients to come down here at Playgrounds? What's the booking season?
We we pretty much start booking. We book early for big groups. We'll be booking in September, August, September. Big groups that want the camp to themselves. We'll
Okay.
usually book really early,
Okay.
and then our highest time of the year I would say for booking would be all the way December, January, February, into February, and then we're probably about 70% full when we start in March,
Okay.
and then book slowly throughout the year from there on.
Okay. So the camp is actually open for business starting in March?
Yeah, the end of March to the second week of December.
End of March to the second week of
Yeah,
December.
last week of March.
Okay. So I was here in 2014 and it was awesome. I came with a friend of mine. And so now I'm here 4 years later, 2018. And I've definitely seen some of the improvements now. A small, beautiful little swimming pool that stays nice and chilled. We've got two beautiful cabinas off on the side. Each cabina has 2 rooms, so that's 4 rooms. The palapa's outside, and we're sitting up here in the main rancho on the property, which is where I stayed in 2014. And now the main rancho is just kind of like a communal area,
Hmm.
kitchen. He's added a massage room where he has a massage room girl that does that. All the recreation activities like the billiards and the ping pong, and of course he has Wi-Fi here. It was a little spotty 4 years ago, but now in 2018, the Wi-Fi is full blast as long as you're in the main rancho and surrounding it as well. So that's awesome. What are some of the what are some of the benefits or the perks that guest surfers or non-surfers could expect to see and use here at the camp on their week or 2 weeks here?
Well, the benefits of being here is just basically being on the wave, being out in nature, being away from everything. It's a little bit different than if you were to go to, say, Popoyo or San Juan del Sur. There's a lot more nightlife there, and kind of a lot more going on. Here's
Yeah.
pretty much relaxation and surf. Not much more than that. What I would say the biggest perk is being on the wave and being able to surf it, any time of the day. Just walk straight down the beach or take a big red down there.
What's a
We're
big red?
the beach buggy, one of our beach buggies, the Honda Big Red. It's instead of jumping in a boat for an hour or
Right.
driving wherever you're driving to,
Yeah.
you get to surf where you stay. Which
Yeah.
we kind of wish everyone would do that.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. That would be super awesome. But boats do come to surf the wave
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We have the main break. You're staying at the camp, which is situated just a couple of 100 yards away from the main break. And like Dave said, he has a little crew of beach buggies, I believe 3 right now, that whisk you to and from the surf. It wasn't there in 2014. He just got his first one at that time, so we were lucky to get little rides here and there. But now it's full-time beach buggy rides to and from the surf. There's a beautiful palapa with chairs, a cooler full of refreshments, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and yeah, because that midday walk, high tide hike from the
Yeah,
beach,
it's a
you
tough
can
one.
do it, but
Yeah.
boy, you definitely feel it after.
Oh, the big reds are a bonus, man.
Yeah, the big
They're
red
great.
beach buggies are just unbelievable, and I know some of you old timers can attest to that. And for you newcomers, you're just getting it like that, so
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
You don't even know
Um,
what you're missing.
yeah. How about the wave? How about the wave that we're here surfing all the time? I just call it main break. It's just a great wave. I come from Hawaii, and it's plenty high performance ripping for me. But tell us a little bit about the wave here.
Well, the waves, one of my favorite waves in the country. I love it. It breaks on a big variety of direction of swell. I mean, anywhere from 180 degrees to 210 and a little above is not the best, but anywhere when it has a little bit of west in it, we get rights and lefts. It's a peak as long as the swell's not too big. And then as the swell gets bigger and moves more towards the south, it just comes into a long left kind of point reef thing, you
Hmm.
could call it.
Yep, yep.
Fun, rippable wave. You can cruise on it if you want to cruise. You can crack the lip if you want to crack the lip. If the rights are working, get some nice barrels on the rights. And we've also got a few really fun beach breaks. We surf nearby. A few of them nobody knows about. A couple guys know about, but hardly ever go there. And depending on the rain, when we get more rain, obviously the estuaries break out and
Right.
sandbars get better and just opens up more waves to everything, depending on swell and direction. But there's a lot of fun waves out here and less crowds. If you get
Yeah.
away from the main wave, you can surf, no crowds any time of the day, basically, those beach breaks.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, if you go to the little beach breaks, pretty much no one else around, just as long as the sand's good and you can find little corners, and the main break will keep you plenty busy. And sometimes there's other folks come in, like I said, they come in on the boats and stuff. And but when the swell's pumping, everyone's getting some.
Yeah,
So it's
everyone's wanting the main break when it's
yeah,
pumping.
everyone wants
But
the main
but
break.
if you are looking for the beach break, the best thing is to come, late August through September, October, November time,
Yep,
early November.
yep,
When there's all the sandbars that time of year. And really, the beach breaks turn on. The swells get a little more short intervals. We get little passing storms that create wind swell, kind
yep,
of more mixed up, and
yep,
with sand there,
Yeah.
you'll get the best beach breaks in that August September time.
yep. Warm water. Um, high performance surf. I mean, bring your high performance boards. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just finishing up a 2 week stay, and I mean, my shoulders are toasted. I ran into two great swells, and the swells kind of connected together, so there was lots of surf in between that was high performance. So, that's high season, end of June. We're now sitting here in the first week of July.
Yeah.
So,
Prime.
prime.
June, July is our primest months.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't really get small. If it does, it's just a few days, kind of like you experienced.
Yeah, exactly.
You
The
get
smallest day I had was like maybe shoulder high.
Yeah, and you're stoked.
Yeah, and I'm
You're like,
still
oh,
surfing.
thank God I got a shoulder
Yeah,
high.
I know.
I can rest. Oh, it's
Exactly.
only shoulder high.
Exactly. Oh my God, thank God it's only shoulder high. I got
Get a
a
day
time
off.
to rest. Yeah. What
Yeah, it comes a lot.
I wanted to ask you just, 'cause I did a trip with Dave in 2010 here to Nicaragua. It was my first trip. And Dave, we went to the typical San Juan del Sur area, and Dave was busy kind of shopping for his land at the time and looking. But for you, Dave, like, what started your little thought of like, hey, maybe I want to do something like a surf camp in Nicaragua? How did that kind of start, and what's the background on that a little bit?
Well, it started with I kind of had the desire to leave the States and move somewhere. I knew I could retire and a little bit warmer for my bones, body.
Yeah.
So I started kind of looking. I never really thought I was going to do a surf camp, honestly, to start. I kind of knew I wanted to do something down here. I had no idea what it was. Yeah. I visited all different countries in Central America. When I came to Nicaragua, I loved the offshore winds, the waves, the people, everything about it I loved.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up meeting who's my wife today, Katia, which was a
Mm-hmm.
big part of my decision of moving down here.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked for property, still not knowing what I was going to do. I mean, when I bought this place, I knew I'd do something with tourism, but I really had no idea which direction it was going.
Yeah.
And then we decided, let's build a little place and rent out a couple rooms, and it kind of just grew, it grew like
Yeah.
that. It was just kind of an idea that slow rolled. It never was
Yeah.
something we sat down going, let's make a business plan and make $1 million.
Right.
It was
Right.
just kind of, thank God it went in the direction it did.
Yeah. I mean, the best way I describe it to friends that are thinking about coming down, I just tell them it's a boutique surf camp because it's not a big camp. 10 people, 10 to 11, I believe.
11 would be max.
So
Yeah.
11's max, and that could even mean that someone brings up a wife or a non-surfer. So for you surfers, 11 doesn't mean 11 surfers, although it could.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like for this instance, there's 11, but one of the people is my wife, so that's 10 of us surfing. And it's a small boutique surf camp on the edge of the jungle where you have all the comforts of regular life, clean accommodations, comfortable, great food. There's guides, and every question is answered, and everything's taken care of once you're here. The service is A+, so it's like a boutique 5-star surf camp on the edge of the jungle is kind of how I generally describe it to friends. And for some of you surfers, and a lot of my friends, I say, that we're older, and we have jobs and wives and kids or houses or whatnot. This is a place you can come to and you get to be a kid again. You get to just live in your surf trunks. You can put your sunscreen on. You don't have to take it off. Yeah, we're sitting here in our surf trunks right now just hanging out. But, you get to kind of be that big kid again, except you get all the fun things like the beach buggy rides, the fresh mango smoothies, the big plates of food. And so it's just incredible. I mean, it's I've just seen so much growth here just in the 4 years. And when I say growth, I don't mean more people or more things. I mean just the camp itself with the cabinas, the swimming pool, the beach buggies. So it's just like he's just taking even better care of his guests that are here. He didn't multiply the rooms or multiply the guest list. And
Yeah, we try to move everything. The reason we moved the rooms around from last time you're here is get everyone into single rooms with their own bathrooms. We want to make it as comfortable as possible and have as much fun as possible. Even though we're out here in the jungle and we're under a rancho, we want to give you 5-star, service. We want to concentrate on customer service, do everything we can to make you comfortable for your week. You can enjoy it, relax, and not think about everything you're going back to.
Right.
Everyone's got to go back to work sometime.
Exactly, exactly. I
While you're
mean,
here, enjoy it.
yeah, while you're here, you're just, I just kind of called it like the decompression zone where
There
you
you go.
just decompress,
Yeah.
So, if you really just want to stare at beautiful green trees and ocean waves and things like that, it's just awesome. And a couple other points I wanted to make too, for people that haven't been here as well, is Dave really gives back to the local community. I mean, he's built a small school at the very front of his property. I can kind of see the corner of it from here. So he has a small school, teaches elementary
Yeah,
and
there's elementary all the way through high school.
all the way through
Yeah,
high school.
kindergarten through high
Yeah.
school. They go half day elementary and half day high school. There's about 15 kids in it now.
Yeah.
It's been going for about 5 years. Was it here when you were
It
here?
was here when I was here.
Okay, that was probably about the first year we opened it. So it's close to 5 years it's been going now,
Yeah.
and it's doing better than ever. I mean, the kids have really grown in the aspect of not only the education, but
Social.
Social, yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't, you say hi to a kid before you'd look down. Now it's
Right.
good morning, Dave. It's
Right.
like, hello, how you doing? They look at you and wave. It's really
Yeah.
nice to see the growth. They had nothing before. There's no schooling, and
Yeah.
so they enjoy coming and being together. You see them playing out here,
Yeah.
baseball all
Yeah.
day. I mean, they're at recess
No,
all
yeah,
day.
it's incredible for sure because we are in a very rural countryside. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's no schools out here.
yeah, we are out in the country out
There's
here.
lots of kids.
Yeah, just edging the little reserve and
Yeah.
small type of very country living,
Yeah, the city
Mhm.
they've never put any money into the education.
Yeah.
And they do recognize this school as a public school, and the kids will get
Oh.
a public diploma.
Oh, wow.
They just don't financially contribute.
No, right,
to
I get it. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they get a diploma. Every year they do a little graduation thing. We had one graduate last year, our first one.
No way.
Couple moved into high school, so they do like the little
Yeah.
pre-graduation thing.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, these are just things. This is not just a surf camp. This is not just for surfers. I mean, wives, girlfriends, kids will have a great time here. I mean, I could just see kids just loving this place. Beach buggies and fishing, and there's all the animal life. I mean, there's a family of howler monkeys that lives in the local trees right here. So I mean, it's unbelievable, and it's been really, awesome. This is my second time here, and it's just incredible to see some of the stuff that's happening here.
I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Great. Man.
It's awesome. I mean, I definitely have more. I got to come back now again. So kind of started a trend here, but anything in the future we're thinking for playgrounds?
Right now we're probably this off season. We're gonna be doing a little bit of probably less than we usually do. Every year in between surf seasons, we've done massive amounts of work. I mean, every year we work from December till March.
Okay.
This year,
That's the behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes,
You're right.
We're working just always doing more, bettering it. This year we'll do a little bit less now that we've got the rooms to where we want to be in private bathrooms and we've got everything where it is. We'll concentrate more on detailing everything, just getting everything perfect for everyone to be able to relax and enjoy their week, basically.
Yeah. Yep, there you go.
Whatever
Yep.
they're doing.
Just sharpening it up, keeping it tight. Yeah, he runs a really tight ship here. I mean, and between Dave and his wife Katya, and then there's the kids, Carol, Hector, Jeannie, Juan David, and Noah.
That's it.
Here on the property. And then he's got a couple other kids, Sean and David Jr., that are grown and live in the States and kind of travel the world. You can catch them on social media as well. But yeah, he's got the family here. They live nearby, and the camp is here for the guests. The employees are top notch. The security, the safety. You don't have to worry about things disappearing, anything like that. We leave our boards at the Palapa. I mean, I guess I could just go on, but playgroundssurfcamp.com. Playground Surf Camp on Facebook, and I believe at Playground Surf Camp on Instagram. That's it. And you're gonna somewhere along the line you'll talk to either Dave or his brother Noah, who's pretty much kind of like quote unquote a general manager here or whatnot, one of the main managers.
I'll be in contact with them
Yeah.
directly right away with any questions or anything I can help with. We have openings throughout the season right now. Waves are pumping.
Yes.
No stop in sight to the waves.
Yeah.
I mean, if you Look at this. You seen the swell tracking map right now?
There's one more.
Even for South. I mean,
Yeah.
it keeps going.
Yeah.
It's going into August already.
Yeah. So that's for the surfer part. I mean,
there's plenty of waves
Yeah.
for surfers. Yeah.
Yeah, I spent the last week of June here and the first week of July, and I walked right into a pumping swell, and then it trended down for like, a few days, and then boom, right back up into another meaty pumping swell that is still trending tonight that we're going to go catch right now, I guess. Because I think now we need to put the sign up that says "Gone Surfing."
That's about it.
That's about it.
Go
So
surfing.
I appreciate you, Dave. Thanks for sitting down with me. Any last thoughts or anything? Anything?
That's it. I want to say thank you to you. Thank you, Bennett, for taking the time while you're here on vacation doing this. And thanks to God, thanks to my family, and for making this all happen. Hope to see you guys here someday.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. We'll see you guys later. Make sure you guys come down to Playground Surf Camp and have a time of your life.